What is going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back yet again with some more groundbreaking news, information, announcements on the Dragon Ball Super manga. Before we jump this video, everyone, make sure you guys smash that like button, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that bell icon to stay up to date with everything to do with this channel and all future updates. Some spicy information has been unveiled in this chapter, so we're about to dive right in. I'm going to give you guys the overall summary, my opinion on the chapter, as well as where I believe and theorize that they may be going with some of these ideas, which may or may not be canon, but it's still fun to do that regardless, and that's part of the Dragon Ball culture that we were all, for the most part, raised with. So, going into this chapter, what we see is Vegeta landing on Planet Yardrat, and what's very interesting is right off the start, we see that they've decided to go with the old school Yardrat type of design as well as the new one. The new one being showcased in Dragon Ball Online. If you guys remember, these guys are the ones that granted us teleportation throughout the land. So it was really interesting seeing this, and Vegeta has interacted with them, and they told him that the Ginyu Force caused trouble on their planet before, but Goku dealt with them and helped them a lot. So Vegeta's hearing about Goku right away once landing on here, but his revelation here is that they have specific powers that they have to focus on, and Vegeta has to master his spirit control. That's what he's going to be learning from them, because that is what they specialize in, and they get things such as gigantification, they get things such as the ability to instant transmit, things such as this nature. So it's not necessarily set in stone what Vegeta's going to take from this, because they can make copies of themselves, that type of stuff, but Vegeta is going to be learning a new technique from them. They're going to start training this. So spirit control, what do you guys expect him to use alongside this in order to get the ability to defeat Moro, because they do know that that's why he's there. So aside from that, one of the biggest revelations here, and two of them right back to back, is that Piccolo runs into some of Moro's goons, and they have a little bit of squabble there on Earth, and what they do know is that something happened on Namek, because Piccolo can't talk to any one of. When Moro's goons interact with Piccolo, being the star of this one of the stars of this chapter, they end up trying to blast him, and he realizes that they're not much of a threat, they're pretty weak, but Piccolo for the most part lets them go. But then all of a sudden, we get a message from Bulma that Jocko's trying to recruit Piccolo into the Galactic Patrol, and as they're flying away, Piccolo shoots them out of the sky, because Bulma and everybody rushes over to the scene telling them that, hey, those are Moro's goons. So they actually end up getting taken out of the sky, and Moro detects this. Moro knows that something happened to his goons, and what happens here is that because of something happening to them, because they called him and then all of a sudden they were shot out of the sky, because of this, Moro believes that there's strong people on this planet because of that. So now his attention is being directed towards Earth. He thinks that it may be a quality planet and plans on devouring it because of this reason. And even Jocko had mentioned this in one of the panels, that Earth is actually a really good hosting place for him to go drain some energy. So it's going to be all heading towards Earth now. So Goku and Vegeta are training separately. Piccolo is joining the Galactic Patrol. Moro seems to have his attention set on Earth. And now with Goku and Vegeta training separately, Vegeta's trying to master spirit control. He may be mastering something along the lines of something in the field of copying or gigantification or instant transmission, or something completely new based on the spirit control, which they may not have unveiled yet. And Goku, training with Meerus, also learns Meerus knows about Ultra Instinct, and he actually apologizes for not telling him earlier. Now, this is one of the mind-blowing situations here, because some of us already knew this, but it actually came true. So, with him knowing Ultra Instinct, he takes Goku into basically another hyperbolic time chamber, and in this chamber, 1 day outside is equal to 3 days in there. So, if Goku is short on time, if he ends up training for 3 days with Meerus, how much training do you guys think he could do in this time? If it's even 1 day, it might take a week or so, but it's not gonna be crazy long. And Meerus and Goku are going to be scoring off at full power. Meerus is going to be afraid of, or Merus, however you guys want to pronounce his name, isn't going to be afraid of destroying the ship or anything like that. Remember, he stared at Goku directly when he had hit Super Saiyan God. And if you notice on the final panel that features Merus up close, he is taking the pose of what Whis did in training with Goku. If you guys want to see it side by side, it should be on the screen. Absolutely mind-boggling. So what this has caused the fandom to erupt in is not only that he knows Ultra Instinct, Is he really a fallen angel? Is he an angel of an erased universe? Does he have some relationship with Whis, the Grand Priest, anything like that? Some people are like, hey, if you actually comb his hair, he might look like the Grand Priest. Things of that nature. So very, very interesting right here. It may be the actual case, and I haven't seen necessarily him interact with Whis thus far in the manga, so kind of interesting to see how we haven't really seen Whis or any of the Grand Priest or any of those other angels in their own little bubble somewhere out there, and they've been completely separated from him, to my knowledge, and we haven't seen that interaction. So that's going to be probably something that they're holding back off on, and it's really cool to see this type of dynamic. So we're seeing it from Goku's point of view, his training. We're seeing Vegeta's point of view. We're seeing Piccolo now being part of the Galactic Patrol, recruited into them on planet Earth as basically the first line of defense, because neither of them are there, Goku and Vegeta, to protect the planet, and Moro's sights are set on there. So that's the fourth perspective, where Moro, he looks absolutely devious, like in this particular panel. Absolutely mind-boggling. I love his design, and he's just looking absolutely menacing with this happy look on his face to go and head to Earth. So it looks very ominous. It looks like a classic Dragon Ball look. I don't know. It's just something that I absolutely love about the jawline of Moro. Can I get a comment? Hashtag Moro's jawline. God damn, but it looks really youthful. It makes him look stronger, because usually when you see the jawline, especially even in real life, it shows like this leanness to him, this young youthful leanness to him, and this reverts him like more to that devious prime look that he had. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this manga chapter. Goku training with Meerus to unlock Ultra Instinct, and what we have learned in this chapter as well is what's been stopping Goku is the fact that Super Saiyan has been channeled by Rage, and in order to get Ultra Instinct you have to do the complete opposite. So we already knew this, and it's basically self-control. So we got spirit control initiated in this one, as well as self-control in this particular manga panel. Will Vegeta learn spiritual control through his training and actually unlock self-control as well? This may be the catalyst for him unlocking Ultra Instinct as well in this chapter, or in this arc, because of them specifically breaking down what causes Ultra Instinct, him showing all of these correlations to trying to defeat Moro. But Goku said himself he wants to use Ultra Instinct because he believes himself this is the technique to defeat Moro. And what if that lines up with what Vegeta's trying to do, where he believes what he's doing is going to defeat Moro, but to a lesser degree of where exactly he's headed besides spiritual control? Like, it's very, very interesting to see these type of thoughts. As far as everything goes, my wish list for this and my theory list for this is that I want to see Meerus reveal more of his backstory. I want to see his interaction with Whis or anyone like that if they do end up colliding, because we haven't seen Meerus or Whis show up yet. So if you think about it, Goku, Merus, who also knows about Ultra Instinct, and Meerus actually knows Ultra Instinct. So it's kind of weird to see him be out of the spotlight of the show for this long. Remember, this is after the Broly arc as well. We haven't seen Meerus do anything in a long time. Even in the Tournament of Power, he was more so a spectator and just a scaling measure for everyone else, if you think about it, both in the manga chapters as well as the anime. In the manga, it was shown much more fluently with Ultra Instinct, but not yet in the anime. But still, regardless of all of that, seeing all of these Ultra Instinct users appear, what do you guys think this is going to do for the show? Because, I mean, in my opinion, because of Super Dragon Ball Heroes, because of all the merchandising of Xenoverse and everything, I feel like it's going to get to the point where this is going to get burnt out very quickly by the time it comes back. We've seen teasers and drops of it in the Broly movie, and thankfully, I'm actually thankful they didn't show it in the Broly movie at all in its fullest, because of the fact that if they had done it right then and there, that would have really minimized the impact of that movie, in my opinion. I think Ultra Instinct is just too much of a form, and they've really dug themselves into a hole, and minimizing this ability to when it's only needed and drastically needed is probably the best way to go. Some people were speculating that, hey, maybe Goku won't master Ultra Instinct until the very end of Dragon Ball Super's entirety, especially when it returns and finally really ends, because if he masters it like right now, starting this new arc, especially with everything else coming afterwards, him having this in his arsenal where does this take the power scaling? Because I mean, I've never been a guy for numbers. I hated the whole power scaling and trying to scale things by numbers, because Akira Toriyama always just basically gave them the finger with that, and I hate when people try to argue that in the comments. Oh, but this number is this calculation, that other. No, it's not. It never really works like that, and they've constantly retconned it, so that's why I never really take it seriously, and neither does the creators themselves. But for me, the scaling of where they're currently at is above God of Destruction, below the Angels, and the Grand Priest, who's in the top 5 fighters. So if you're an Ultra Instinct, how much more growing room do you have, and where is the limit of this form besides that 1 minute mark that Goku had controlled it for in total in the tournament? So it's kind of interesting to see how this is going to play out, because he did have it for that minute. Remember, it was an episode and his body got torn apart. How long do you guys think Goku will be able to sustain this form if he does end up mastering it in time for Moro? And is this going to be the end all be all? Because, I mean, the meme and the running gag for this form is that Ultra Instinct is Plot Armor Instinct. Autonomous Plot Instinct is basically what it's become, and we don't want to see this be the downward trend of anything. I feel like with as bad of a villain, I mean in terms of just like how evil Moro is and how awesome I really think he is as a character in terms of design and the way he's going about things, I don't want to see him get taken out too fast. And this is either where they're going to have to nerf Ultra Instinct, or they're going to make it so strong to the point where it's not fun to see anymore. It's going to have that Superman effect where it makes him a boring character, and I don't want that. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that bell icon to stay up to date with everything. Give me a hashtag Moro's Jawline if you guys watched the entire video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys next time, alright? Take care. Peace.